Hey guys, this is Benjamin Von Wong, Montreal-based photographer, and I'm here today to present to you guys a quick review on the SLRLounge's Lightroom 4 preset system. Now, when I was initially asked by the SLRLounge to review this product, I was kind of skeptical. I mean, presets, for me, they've never been a big thing because mainly I like to make my stuff look different. So presets in general have always been some sort of cheesy effect that, it's an effect that you apply on an image and that's it. If you want to make it look different, you still have to go in and tweak things. So in general, it just slowed down my workflow rather than help anything happen. So I was kind of skeptical, but Pi insisted that this was something that was extremely unique, that was extremely fun. So, I figured, I'm going to give it a shot. And I was actually pleasantly surprised. So let me go into Lightroom real quick. And most of you already know this stuff. I'm just going to go over it real quick. So let's look at this picture over here. It's a picture of a beach during my trip to Israel. And it's a gorgeous beach in Tel Aviv. And it's a little bit underexposed, so you can just come in and really quickly just click through it and basically fix anything you wanted, have a whole variety of options, and your image can go from meh to extraordinary in just a couple clicks if you know what you're doing. So although that's fun and dandy, it does take a little bit of time, let's say maybe 2 minutes if you're reasonably fast, just to get this image about how you want it to look like. Now, alternatively, some people who are either less familiar with or have created their own custom presets will go into the preset tab over on this side here and simply apply a couple effects. Now, although it's really cool to have a whole bunch of presets that you got set up that look just the way you want them to, they're not actually stackable, so each one of them are pretty much mutually exclusive things. So, I mean, if you have a couple great ones, it's fantastic. You can make your image look great in just a couple clicks. But at the end of the day, if you have a huge variety of effects and you don't want all your shots to end up looking the same, it gets kind of messy over here on this side. Now, the difference between these presets and the SLR-Lounges is that the SLR-Lounges are actually stackable. So what does that mean? Alright, so we're going to check out the SLR-Lounge's presets over here. For one, they're laid out in a really intuitive order, so 0 to 6 categories. I'm only actually going to play with the first two. So if I reset my image over here, just to start over from the start, and basically intuitively go through these menus, starting off with standard import, which will automatically clarify everything, make it brighter, fix up the dynamic range a tiny bit, so that's great. And it's really intuitive. I can just pass through exposure, for example, lighten my image, one click, dynamic range, boost it a little bit, increase my detail just a bit, play with my contrast, and you know what? Maybe add a vignette. So, and then in 4 or 5 clicks, I can actually have something that's very unique and very customizable. So if I thought that maybe right now there's a bit too much contrast, I can just bring this back down to light boost and give it a more natural feel. So that's something that I found that was extremely interesting in the SLR-Lounge's preset system. So basically, in just a couple click, in the way it was laid out, I can reset certain parameters without necessarily affecting the rest of them. So these effects are stackable. Now, when editing a huge amount of photos, this will actually cut down your editing time significantly. So that's one thing that I thought was really exciting. So if we move on from there and we go and check out the other couple categories, neutral curves, antique curves, and all the rest, this is the part that I'm probably a little bit less excited about. They kind of apply those irreversible effects that are really meant to impress and to wow, I guess, clients or something. So while I can see this working very well for certain wedding clients or whatnot, it's not something that I was particularly fond of because I'm not able to manually control these effects as I would like to. So basically dialing them down to make them more of a hint rather than a dramatic effect. But that's just me. The Pi has told me that there's actually going to be a whole bunch of split toning presets that will be released within a week, free of charge for all those who have bought this. So I'm actually quite excited to receive the update for that because split toning is something that I use pretty religiously. I find that it can add a lot of subtle hints and colors and tones to an image, making it look just that little bit more magical, just that little bit more surreal, without necessarily pushing things too far. So another thing that the Lightroom 4 preset system actually comes down with is a whole set of brushes. Now, although it doesn't give you as much flexibility as Photoshop does with its layers, it does give you an additional level of freedom to actually paint things in that are quite simple. So for example, over here, if I would like to brighten certain parts of my image here, I can simply select one of their existing presets, which was brighten, and come in and just paint in certain areas that I would like to see brightened up.
And although it's pretty simple to create your own brushes, once again, this speeds up your workflow. If you're able to just create new brushes right away, coming in, down, and finding what you need. So for example, if I want my sky, my cloud, my ocean to just pop out a little bit more, once again, I just select the sky, cloud, ocean preset and come in and paint back just the parts that I'm interested in. Well, so that's about it. I think that the Lightroom 4 preset system is actually quite an intuitive system. It's quite powerful. It's not for everyone, but if you do events or weddings and you edit a large number of photographs on a regular basis, this is definitely something that can really save you a lot of time. And if you're one of those people, I would definitely recommend you at least go over to the SLRLounge website and check out their preset system. They have a couple samples available. So that's that. Let me know what you think. I hope this review was good, not too boring. Enjoy. Thank you.